Okay, so this part is about the time I've caught up with Anthony, maybe a couple of months ago up to now. The way I found, well, what Anthony was up to is actually when I was just checking up on Facebook, trying to see what was going on with some of the likes that were on my page, and checking up on a couple of people that were on my Facebook friends list, and seeing what they've posted and reading that and whatnot. And all of a sudden, I got a message from an old classmate of mine that I went to high school with, and this person had told me that that he said that he heard something about Anthony doing something, and I asked him what was it about, and well, when I typed in, when I typed in what I was telling you, I got a link to what he was talking about. So, like, I didn't really know what to expect. So, I had to. So, of course, I opened the link, and what I found there was like for something I saw him on a freaking webs on a web Nola's newspaper page saying this guy got arrested for doing some crap on like some a list solicitation with a minor or whatever. But turns out when I got the full story, well, not I'll try to keep it short and simple. It was just basically he was talking to some girl over the internet. They were involved, I guess, in lewd things. Um, I guess the girl's parents found out about this, and uh, the the cops got involved, and somehow, like some time later, after that investigation was going on, the cops had the well, yeah, the cops had seized his computer, hard drives, and all this other stuff relating to all of this solicitation. And he he was like arrested. So honestly, that was like a big shock to me because I'm usually hearing about him trying to hear he's like macking on like some chick or another, or how he like slept with like one or two or 10 chicks or whatever. and and to hear this, it's kind of like what the hell. But now presently, when he talks to some of his other friends and tells him basically the longer story that what I told you, most of his other friends just pretty much left him. But for me, I decided to stick around. I was going to be the bigger person out of all of this and do what a lot of some of these other people that heard the story did. And really, that really wasn't my biggest concern because in the courts matter, I figured that okay, this guy's done something illegal. He got busted. He went to the big house. He bonded out, and now he's waiting on a final sentencing uh, from like a long drawn out court thing or whatever. So who am I really to judge about this? I mean, this is completely out of my hands and really none of my business. But after all of this was said and done, there was another time that we did go out to like one of his DJ his one of his boss's DJ gigs, and he did meet somebody there, like just there. I thought by the way that he was talking to this person. I thought this was like one of his Facebook friends or whatever, but turns out she was like a complete stranger to him. But he turned on some charm or whatever. So there was so they set up to like meet outside of the bar, and like it still kind of happened with Anthony's normal philandering, I guess. Well, not really philandering. It's just odd behavior when it came to this person. Well, and what I mean by all this other stuff is basically, well, the first thing that kind of pissed me off was the fact that, number one, this guy wouldn't leave her alone for, I would say, maybe not 2 minutes, in the sense that he was always around her, like like almost smothering this person. Not like smothering, like putting your hands on her mouth like that. No, 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 no. Just around too much, like, because you have like 5 minutes of being alone. Number two, which really got my goat, is this dude is practically dry humping this person. Now, what good sense does that take for him to understand that this person is a stranger to him? Why in God's holy hell would you want to dry hump a freaking stranger? Do you know what that makes you look like? Does that make does that make you, do you realize what that makes you look like to her? I mean, come on. What the hell were you thinking? You crazy. But anyway, it just seems to me that with this whole thing with women that he's constantly had a weakness for and lost good sense of common sense, it just feels like he really hadn't learned his lesson about treating women with respect, which kind of got him in his position in the first place. And I just don't know what it is about all of this insanity that's making him do this. Well, from what he's telling me, that even when he, like, even before this whole court thing, that for the last 5 years, he says he claims to have been very depressed, depressed and like by himself and all of that. I mean, come on, if people have heard and seen what you do with women and how you treat your friends, like real good friends, I would honestly agree with them. I would agree with them. I probably wouldn't choose it, but maybe I would maybe side with them. I may look like an a-hole, but that's my opinion. But really, in closing, I had to get this out because this has just really been in the back of my mind, and this has just been piling up over and over and over. It's on top of a lot of other stuff that's been going on with me. And I really appreciate all you out there that's listening to my little rant. Just bear with me here. But I think, like, after, like, I spill my guts here, I'll most likely treat you to another character, like another, I wouldn't say cosplay video, but like another character video that I had a recommendation from a friend of mine that I could possibly do with my music, since I did receive a good review on the second video I did for Comic-Con. So I'm going to wait and see how that turns out. If it turns out pretty well, if it's received pretty well, I'll just do more of characters that for me, I'll do stuff that, that I kind of like, and other characters that I feel I can find right music for and arrange however sounds pretty good. But until then, I really appreciate you listening to me, And if you ever are around, just hit me up, or show up at a convention and you see me, just tap on my shoulder or try to get my attention. I'll try to figure out everything from there. So until then, peace.